into the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing after-shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Yeah. There we have it, the theme. Oh my goodness. It's a GH report. The General Hospital After Show here on AfterBuzz TV. Welcome again to another edition. I'm James Lott Jr., one of your hosts. And of course, I couldn't do it alone. I could, but I'm talking to myself. Next to me we have...
Lacretia Lyon, here again.
And where can they find you?
Basically, if you can spell my name right, you can find me at anything at LACRETIALYON, just like on Empire.
That's right, it's like on Empire. And of course, on the far left of me, we have the lady of the evening.
Hi guys, my name is Ladine Harvey. You can find me on Twitter at Ladine_Harvey.
And we have a special guest for you that he's here for both shows. Surprise! I'll let you introduce yourself. You tell us who you is.
I is Robert Palmer Watkins. I play Dylan Quartermaine on General Hospital.
That's right, yeah. And a special shout out to our comrade in arms, Frank Moran. Happy Go Jackie. He could not be here today, but I know he's here in spirit. Well, he's not dead or anything, but I just know he's here in spirit. You know what I mean? So we're happy that he's here. Of course, you can follow us on Facebook. Of course, we have a Facebook page called the GH Report. And then on Twitter, of course, all of you guys know it's hashtag ABTV GH Report or GH Report or the GH Report. Just make sure you add GH Report in the sentence in the hashtag, and we will talk to you. Thanks for coming on early and being with us the whole 2 hours.
Thanks for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
We're so excited. So do you ever actually watch the show at all? Do you see it?
Yes.
You do? So, okay,
You like to watch yourself?
Okay,
Does that sound super arrogant?
No.
People are like, you watch yourself? That's weird. No, I have to, because I don't know what's going on otherwise.
Right.
You know what I mean? 'Cause
yeah.
when we get our sides, I only get my scenes. So if I don't watch the show, I don't know what's going on with any other character.
That's true, actually. That's good for people behind the scenes to know that. You get your stuff. It's just you, and you're studying that.
Exactly.
And whoever you're working with.
That's crazy, because that was one of my questions. Are they there during the other filming of the other scenes?
Good question. Are you there at all? You see any other people, or are you busy learning your lines and stuff?
No, I mean, we definitely interact a little bit. You know, I mean, there'll be days where I'm on set to shoot my episodes, and there'll be, other actors there that maybe aren't in a scene with me, but they're shooting other scenes, and we'll see each other in the hallway, and I'll kind of ask, okay, so what's going on with your storyline today?
Really?
Like, what's going on with you guys? You know what I mean? But other than that, if I'm not on set on a day that they're shooting other people's storylines, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
So I have to watch the show to kind of keep up with the other people's storylines, because eventually they're going to cross into mine, and if I don't know what's going on, then I'm going to be very confused.
Yeah, because you're a character that actually can cross many storylines.
I'm hoping.
Dylan Quartermaine there's a lot of people who can cross in there.
I think I've had scenes with about 60% of the characters.
Wow.
But that 40% I still want. I want to have scenes with Carly and with...
Oh, yeah, you haven't had one with Carly,
right. Yeah, I got a scene coming up with Nina, which was exciting.
Really? Nina?
Nina.
The wonderful Michelle Stafford.
Yeah, she's great.
Phenomenal.
Everybody's great. I really hope I get to work with everybody, which I'm sure over the next 4 years I will, but,
Well, I just want to ask right now. Of course, we're doing a spotlight on right afterwards with them, we'll go more in depth. And I have they sent me in questions for you.
Oh,
the fans.
they did. Okay.
So I do have that, but I just want to find out. Richard, who plays your father.
Yes.
I mean, he's a phenomenal actor. How is it working with him?
He's like such a baller. Like,
Oh, yeah.
he is awesome. I love him. He is though. Like I just want to be him when I'm older. You know what I mean? Like he's so cool. The first day he was on set, I was like, gosh, he looks familiar. How do I know this guy? And then, of course, my mom was like, oh, my God, he was on Desperate Housewives.
He was Carl.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, so I mean, he's had such a long career in the business, and he's filled with information and knowledge. So just to pick his brain and be able to have conversations with somebody like him is so inspiring as a young actor. You know?
Well, I'm sure.
And the funniest thing about him playing my dad is my mom's current boyfriend grew up down the street from him in New Jersey. They were on swim team together and played basketball together for like 20 years.
Small world.
It's like, we are connected. We are connected.
It was a very, very small world. But yeah, I mean, long story short, to answer your question, he's awesome. He's a great actor. And it's pretty cool that he plays my dad. I'm excited.
Wow. Well, let's get right into some recapping of the week that was in Port Charles. And I call this one, we're starting it out with you, Maxie, Dylan, Lulu, Valerie, Dante, and Nathan. Now, what I want to begin with, because since you're here, and we just kind of alluded to it pre-show, because you knew this happened, because you actually let this happen, it really changed your character a little bit. How do you feel about that?
You know, my acting career thus far, I've played a lot of asshole characters. I'm not gonna lie. And which is fun because it's fun to play a certain type of character. But at the same time, I was really excited that I was playing Dylan, who is a good guy at heart. Like deep down, Dylan is a good guy. Exactly. He stands up for what he believes in. He's not a pushover, but he's still a nice guy. You know what I mean? So when I read that they just hired new writers, we were all kind of like, what are they going to do with the characters? Are they going to change?
We like them so far. They're doing good.
They're doing good. They're very knowledgeable of the history. They've done their research, their homework. So I got that script and I was like, oh my god, they're completely changing the entire character of Dylan. This is a move, a very ballsy move.
Yes.
And I was a little worried at first. I'm not going to lie, but then I thought about it and I was like, you know what? It's great to have some edge as a character. You don't want to just be the good guy the entire time because that's boring. Nobody wants to just play that. And at the end of the day, I think in his mind, his actions were justified. I think afterwards he feels a lot of guilt. He realizes he did not go about it the best way. But in the moment,
Ladine's pointing at you. I'm waiting for her to say.
Last week.
Tell us, girls, what you think.
Last week, I was so adamant that you did not leak that.
She was.
I was saying that he could not have done that. I was so disappointed. I was so heartbroken. It's like I couldn't have imagined Dylan doing that because he was such a good guy.
And you were the only one of this whole group of this grouping that was actually innocent in a way. You kissed Lulu for a bit or whatever, but like everyone else had done the worst stuff. You were kind of okay so far. Like
right. So far, my hands were pretty much clean. I mean, you know what? I respect the hell out of the writers for making that decision because there's so much more story that can come from this. If the tape would have gotten released on accident, and it would have been horrible, there would have been drama in that, but the fact that I chose to release it causes tension between myself and Lulu, causes tension between myself and Valerie. Obviously, there's going to be tension between Lulu and Dante, because that's what the whole situation is about. There's so many more storylines now because of that.
That's true. Yeah.
So it's a ballsy move, but I feel like, it would have been... It would have been a little bit of a cop-out to just have the video everybody expected the video to release.
We knew that part. We knew it was going to happen. That sizzle reel.
Plus behind-the-scenes footage.
I see that Kendra John said, let Dylan be bad with a gold heart. I guess I could see that.
You do that? Okay.
Now he has something to redeem himself from. I feel like there's somewhere to go with his character now.
Yes.
He's in trouble and he feels guilt from it, and now everybody likes a comeback,
They do. No, they do.
So just hold out some hope.
I'm holding on. I'm holding on as long as possible. As long as you don't disappoint me anymore.
Oh, God.
That's all.
I don't know that's going to happen.
You love Sonny. He's like always bad in my eyes. Dylan did one thing,
he has killed people.
Yeah,
but I mean, Sonny's in the mob, so of course we're going to expect that. So I like that little edge about Sonny.
But an artist can't mess up.
No, she's like, no.
Paul is his dad. I mean, like
our fans know how they are. They love it. They know how Ladine and Lacretia are. They love it. They love the difference.
All right. Well, I appreciate you sticking up for Dylan. I'm sorry to disappoint.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to see within the next couple weeks if I'm still feeling.
I think you'll feel sympathy for him.
So how did you feel about the storyline? How did you feel about it with this so far, the reveal and all that?
Yeah, I have to say, I kind of liked that you were the bad boy in the situation because you'd been, a bit of a goody-goody. And it's like, Paul's your dad, and we've got him, being evil. It's like, show your Paul side.
I am a Quartermaine.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's what you are. You are a Quartermaine.
It's not like my mom hasn't gotten herself into some trouble.
Tracy's the best.
She's the best. Jane Elliott's the mom.
Yeah, she's
the best. So with the storyline, basically, it did come out, as everybody knows. It came out, and it was juicy. And I mean, Emmy Riley, with her performance, finding out, was amazing.
She's so
spot on.
Yeah,
A1 this week.
Yeah, she's so great. I mean, I just feel so fortunate that I screen tested with her.
Oh, okay.
What a great actress to be paired up with from the start. I mean, I got paired up with pretty much the best possible scenario. I was paired up with Anthony Geary, Jane Elliott. But for Em Ryland to be my initial love interest, I mean, she's just, she's been on soaps for a long time. She knows what she's doing, and I've just learned a lot from her. And this week she shined, and I texted her. I was like, you owned that episode.
She did.
She owned it.
Yeah, she totally did. But she went off on Dante, and she didn't even have time for Valerie.
But
I love it first. I love it first when Valerie was like, okay, let me get my purse and go. She grabbed her like, no, bitch, you're not going nowhere. I want to know what happened. Like she was like, I want to know what, because when it was coming, it was slowly when they play that tape again. She's like, don't stop, play the tape. And then she was like, I want to know what happened, and she wanted to hear it from them. Come on, girl, tell us what's going on. But I just love when she snatched her. She's like, no, you're not.
Beautifully done. Right. Beautifully done.
Yeah, it was real. I mean, it was kind of real, and to have Valerie's reaction to you especially. She was just like, okay, I don't know why I trusted you. I mean, because you guys were sitting there talking, she was being vulnerable, and it was recorded.
Yeah, it was heartbreaking. I mean, I think that's the moment when Dylan when he sees it all unfold in front of him, and he sees how many people he hurt. I mean, he didn't hurt them, but he chose to do something, reveal it in a way that hurts a lot of people. And I think that episode, that's when he realizes, oh wow, maybe that was not the best way to go about it. You know what I mean?
So I guess it wasn't your assistant Andy's fault, the intern.
No.
The bumbling intern. We made fun of him last week too.
Yes, we did.
The bumbling. Who is the actor? He's great. He's good at whoever he is.
So great.
He's good.
Mark Teschner found his demo reel or something on LA Casting, and Mark Teschner is a genius.
Yes, he is. We love him.
So he just finds people. I don't know how he found him, but he brought him in, and I mean, that guy, I hope they bring him back.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because I loved our dynamic, and he's just so great. His comedic timing is awesome.
I agree. So what else do you think about this storyline before we wrap this storyline up? I mean,
I do have a question. Boone96B says, do you think it was Lulu's fault that Dante cheated? I'm interested in that.
Because Valerie, her thing later on in the week was like, well, okay, you were part of this too, because it started because of you. Because you lied to your husband.
Right.
And because you ran off. Because at that point, again, Dylan wasn't at fault. Dylan wanted to help. Because, Luke and I said he wanted to help. But Lulu did lie to her husband. But that doesn't make you sleep with your cousin. I mean,
Which is why I feel that it's not Lulu's fault. Because you didn't have any proof.
Right.
I agree that he did what he wanted to do, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't think that.
Yeah, I mean, I think if I was Dante and I was wondering where my wife was and she was being shady about telling me, and I walked into a hotel room and I saw clothes scattered everywhere, I would make some assumptions too.
Of course, yeah.
However, my first response would be to go to the source and find out.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And also to just say, oh, well, then he was assuming that she was cheating, so he hooked up with somebody. No, but there was already a relationship going on with him and Valerie. That didn't just come out of thin air.
Well, that part was true too. Lulu brought that up to you a little bit. She was kind of like, wait a minute, like, you just telling me there was no attraction beforehand. There was no he couldn't say anything. It was like, it's kind of true. Which makes this storyline so rich, obviously. Yeah, because it's not just cut and dry stuff. It wasn't like they had just a drunken night and fell into bed.
Exactly.
Right.
It's like they had a relationship kind of going.
Right.
So
totally.
Dante. Dylan.
It's so hard having a conversation about him, and he's right
here. Just say it. It's all storyline. He's an actor. It's all storyline. So that will be interesting. So the fallout's going to be continuing to happen, obviously. So, later on we do predictions. We're going to ask you some stuff a little later on. So we'll do that a little later about this storyline. Okay. We can't forget Maxie got mad at Nathan for keeping the secret. So there's a friend code, right? So what do you guys feel? What do you guys feel about that?
I already said my little piece on that. If we are
that's right,
friends,
you did. Yes.
and you tell me a secret that does not include my boyfriend.
Okay.
And if I have, I'm not going to go telling the world, but if I say, yeah, I'm not going to tell anyone, I'm not going to tell anyone that's in the situation.
Yeah.
I'll keep that much.
Yeah.
But you can't expect, I don't know.
But did you think she was in the right, or he was in the right to keep the secret for it was not his secret to tell?
At first, I was really on Nathan's side because, bros before hoes. And I like how Maxie called him out and was like, Dante's my friend too. I could have talked to him and been like, encouraged him to come to the group. So when Maxie said that, I was like, yeah, he should have trusted Maxie.
Yeah, okay, I can't do that. Okay. So let's look at two different things going on there. So it's not, again, not black or white, I guess. It's kind of a tough thing. And friendships are all, depends on each friendship, I guess. Yeah. And they're all such rich, when Dante told Maxie last week about herself, about the, when you kept that baby a secret for 9 months and passed it off, okay. So they have a complicated history. Right.
But I think that's only dealing with, if I see it on, if it happened to me in real life, I don't think I don't know if I'll be able to handle it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can handle my boyfriend keeping a secret from me, but I think I'll be able to keep a secret from him.
Well, this leads to I'm gonna switch it up because I want to do the other one last. We're gonna do Ava, Scott, Paul, Kiki, Morgan, Franco, Sonny, and Rick. We had a little bit of everybody.
A lot of people.
A lot of people came in on that. So how do we feel about the whole Sonny and Rick were being like good brothers, and he's there getting ready for the custody battle? Mm-hmm.
Give Rick more to do. Rick Hurst is such a good actor, and they're just making him a lackey. It's like, give him something more to do.
I agree.
The custody thing is great, and him and Sonny, the rivalry's just played out. So I like that they are being brotherly.
I agree. I totally agree. Ladine, how do you feel about that?
I agree with Lacretia. I do think that he needs more time because it's almost like sometimes he's just there, get his little 5 minutes. Him and Sonny have a little conversation, then he's gone. But hopefully after the custody hearing, when Sonny wins
she's hashtag Ladine Corinthos. We started online. She's Ladine Corinthos. We already started that online.
When Sonny wins this custody battle, hopefully we'll see more of Rick.
Yeah,
I think so. I think I feel like what I've seen so far. I've been on the show for 4 or 5 months now.
Yeah.
It does. It kind of comes and goes. It seems like some characters get a lot of airtime for a few weeks, and then the story kind of transitions into somebody else. So hopefully his storyline will pick up. But I agree. He's great.
Yeah. I like what he said to Jake. Oh, so you're marrying my ex-wife. Got it. Yeah. Sit a little closer, lady. That's the note I'm getting up there. That's the note I'm getting. So you'll be in the frame. So you'll be in the frame. So you'll be in the frame.
It's getting hot in there, isn't it?
She's like, Marissa's laughing. Yeah, we'll make sure you're in the frame. Okay, cool. In the frame. Since you did show up for us today. Yes. So I think it's funny because I like that they gave him a little humor because Rick can do comedy, he can do drama.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's nice to see him work with Sonny. They work past their issues. They're going to fight for this baby. Mara West, who I think she walks on water,
amazing.
first of all. Because she's a big Ava supporter. I'm a big Mara West supporter. She and her scenes with Sonny were so good.
She is such a phenomenal actress. I haven't had any scenes with her.
You haven't?
And that's why.
She likes younger men.
She does. Yes, she does.
Like father, like son.
Yeah. Hey, he's kissing your father.
Yeah, I don't know now. That'd be weird, huh? That'd be real weird.
It's happened before.
But it is a soap opera, so nothing's out of the question.
Anything can happen.
She's a phenomenal actress.
Oh my God.
I am kind of glad the black wig is wrapped up. I'm not gonna lie. I'm glad that storyline has been come to a halt.
Yes.
But either way, she is amazing.
Yes. And she did great work this week. We always talk with her because she roots for her. She's bad.
I love my villains.
You love your villains. Yeah. She's bad, but it's like, who do you want to have the kid? It's like they both have these equally bad pasts and presence.
She makes it easy to root for. You want to almost root for the villain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because she's so great.
She's like this.
He's a villain. So it's easy to root for Sonny. Yes. He's a villain. He's always been.
He is a villain too.
Now I'm liking.
Not as of late though. I feel like he's a little bit of a good guy lately.
He's neutered.
Yeah, he's neutered a little bit.
Well, he also is in a wheelchair.
Yeah,
right
so he's a little bit.
Ironside did it, so I don't know why you can't do it, Sonny.
Yeah, that's
Still
right.
be cool in a wheelchair.
Yeah. I do like they bring us some Ken Shriner. Love that. Anytime for some Ken Shriner. Very happy. So Scott, having Scott be Ava, it's actually to me it's genius. It's so funny. Yeah. Because he's comedic. Mm-hmm. Their scenes are really comedic. But I was thinking, is there some chemistry there maybe or no? Are we just like, nah, they're just lawyer and clients.
I don't know. That'd be an interesting little side storyline.
I know. It'd be kind of interesting because he wants that money, of course. All he wants the money. He wants the money,
right?
And she wants her baby.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was like, it's kind of interesting because he's not with really anybody right now anyway. I mean, I don't know what's going on with Bobby or whatever. I don't know what's going on with them.
I love me some Scotty Baldwin, though. So anytime Scotty's in something, it's going to be interesting because Ken comes from a comedy background and family like myself. So more Ken, more
Rick. That's
And then we have Kiki, of course, because we ended the week before with Kiki driving erratically and Get Out of My Lane and Carly driving.
Someone called that. Who called it in predictions? Someone
it was
called
Frank.
It.
Yeah,
it was Frank.
There was going to be a car accident between the two.
He did.
Yes, he did. And so there was a car accident, but she got away and got home.
Right.
Woke up while we were on the couch or whatever with Morgan. Like Morgan and Kiki. I'm like, what is going on with these two?
I kind of like where they're going, though. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
I just hope that they don't take it back. You know how Kiki has, like, this amazing, she's going through her little bad stuff, and then they make her good, and then she's, like, bad again. I just hope that where they're going, I think it might be a little something between the two.
I'm liking her right now. I'm liking this Kiki. I am.
She's on kind of a downward spiral right now.
Yes.
That's so interesting to watch. I think it's good. And
she really is.
No, you don't think so?
I don't find her. I think I said from the beginning that I didn't like that they were giving her like an alcoholic.
Yeah, he shouldn't like that storyline.
I don't think it fits her.
The alcoholic thing.
Yeah, I don't think that fits.
But it's just so real to me considering what happened to her. I mean, she found out her mom was alive and didn't tell her. Has been under her nose and sleeping with her boyfriend. So it's like, I don't know. I mean, I've never been in that situation, but I'd probably drink.
Find some sort of escape.
Yeah.
Well, Amanda likes Kiki too. The rest of the people in China are like, bye Kiki, bye Kiki. They're not into Kiki.
Kiki the drunk. Yeah.
Like he's a waste of space. No. But anyway, I guess we'll see what happens with her now.
I gotta say, I love Kiki as a person, and that her character I think is great. I think that I don't know if she's gotten enough time to shine and show what she can really do, but I've gotten to know her in person. She's a phenomenal actress, and I hope everybody gives her a chance because she is amazing.
You heard it from Robert. So okay, kids, you heard it from Robert.
And she's a recast, and that's hard to do. And I'm a recast, and I appreciate y'all being so supportive towards me taking on the role of Dylan. But try to open your minds up to Kiki, y'all. I'm telling you, she's great.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm really liking Haley here, and to me, I think she's really brought a different perspective to the role. And,
I totally agree. Yeah. And then, of course, with Franco putting Morgan against the door and was like, don't come around here no more. He was like, you're Tom Petty. He was like, don't come around here no more.
But when he finds out the truth,
I know,
let's see if he's going to take that back.
I know. It's going to be very interesting. I mean, all around, just all these actors together. What do you see in there, kids? Anything we can read online? Can we read out loud or no? Anything we read out loud?
Carly's fine, Morgan. I mean, she didn't have a matching wheelchair like Sunny, which I predicted, and I was really disappointed.
She walked away from it.
She's fine.
Yeah, Carly's resilient.
Yeah.
Carly's from Florida. She can work it out. But she was Caroline Benson, so she can work it out. So she's fine. Okay, and then of course the other big storyline of the week.
The big one.
The one I always kept saying November 6th, Ladine.
Yes.
November 6th. It started. November 6th. It started. It says Carly's accident. # Jason revealed, because that was the hashtag they used. Elizabeth getting ready. Okay.
Listen.
I want to start from just the very end. Where she's smiling at the altar. We're all gonna get married. It'll be fine. And then he walks in with disheveled Carly, and her face is like,
oh crap.
She knows. She already knows.
That's it.
She knows.
Yeah, she knows.
She knows. So what were we gonna say before that?
I think that we hyped up November 6th to the max.
Yes, we did.
I'm glad that it's out, but I was
hoping more.
I thought it was going to be a little bit more. Like, I rushed home to watch it.
Me too.
Because I'm like, okay, this is the day I want to see how the writer's going to go about revealing him, and then...
Yeah. They kept saying,
"No, that's not me."
But the scenes with, I mean, Laura Wright walks on water. I can watch her read the phone book. Laura Wright's and Billy Miller's scenes when he was like, "No, I'm not Jason. I'm not Jason." I mean, like he sees the proof because it's weird because he can't remember. It's not like he remembers. Right. All of a sudden, it's like, you're telling me I'm this guy that does all mythological lies. I'm making words up, I guess, or whatever. And it's like, it's not, and she's like, no, you're my best friend. You were there when I dropped off Michael. And it's just like, it was such a great emotional.
Such a good scene, yeah. There's a moment where she has a tear drop.
She's a trained professional.
I mean, they're both great. Yes. I haven't had a scene with either of them.
Not with Carly.
Maybe it's more than 40%. Now everybody y'all bring up, I'm like, wait a minute. I haven't seen with them yet either. Damn it.
Oh, you haven't with Carly.
Billy Miller or Carly? No.
No. And Billy's related to you. So
Yeah, he's your cousin.
Eventually, we will have to have a scene together.
Yeah, you're going to have to at some point.
Oh, you know it. It's coming.
It's coming.
Yeah.
But the fact that Carly worked out that car, didn't she?
She did.
yeah.
She was stuck.
See, we all thought that Carla was going to go run her mouth.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Proved us wrong.
She did.
I
Yeah, it
love
was
how-
actually like that, yeah.
The only thing,
Okay.
I think we all got a little bit irritated with this phone situation in the car.
Oh my God! I couldn't stop laughing. Oops!
It was like the Three Stooges.
Where did that puddle of water come from? And it felt, and it was like, I was like,
Oh yeah, I will say I have to admit, even I was like, all right,
and she tripped and fell. And she's like, I fell.
yeah, like, get it together.
I started to think the reveal isn't going to happen today.
Me too.
I was like, there's no way.
But I'm like, you got out the car. You were stuck in a car, and you can't hold onto the phone.
Yeah.
What's
And
that
then I
about?
was also trying to figure out how was she able to contact Jake, but Sonny wasn't getting through to her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was like,
I wasn't feeling it.
because it was all about Carly and Jake today.
Yeah.
It wasn't about Sonny needed her for this, but no, it was about her getting her best friend back, which was very important.
Yes.
Which was going to, I mean, this reveal, of course, as you know, it's going to affect everybody.
Yeah.
It's one of the few umbrella stories we always talk about. Lacretia always talk about. It's an umbrella story.
It's been a long time coming. Honestly, the funny thing is, all of these, you know, since I've come onto the show, these storylines have been going on.
Yeah.
So it's
That's
like,
true. That's true.
These next couple weeks are like everything's coming to it's going to be cool to start a fresh batch of
Yes.
storylines.
Oh, no, Marcella, hashtag clumsy Carly.
Carly, yeah.
Amanda, that pedal was just big enough to fit a phone. Stormy Woods is like, Billy Miller finally awake. And then Brandy Hellman's like, I cannot wait till they have Billy and Robert in the same scene.
Me too. That's going to be fun. He's a great actor. I look up to him.
In the same scene. That's going to be good.
I also see here that Stormy Woods said Liz would keep lying and digging that grave. I think that too. I think even when
Yeah.
one of them says something like on Monday, I still think she'll deny it.
Oh, she's going to play it off. I mean, she's not
Yeah.
going to just go down easy.
She's living in fantasy land. She's not coming out yet until they force her out.
Because I felt so sad with the scenes. I felt bittersweet with the scenes with her and Epiphany and Felix. Because her and Epiphany are friends, of course, for long years. And Patrick and the kids. They showed all three kids now. And the dress. And she's like, I mean, just, I like, this is all, it should be beautiful and wonderful. But like we've been saying all month, Liz has been a loser all month compared to everybody else. Because it's like, we know it's going to come out and be horrible.
I was just mad it didn't come out on Friday. I really liked the Carly and Jason moment and that was really all it was. But
Yes.
it was just like, I was hoping for Liz's just moment to be destroyed on the altar. I know I'm mean, but
You know tomorrow is going to go down.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it.
It's going to go down. So that's a good one. And then just one other really just quick little storyline that went on. We got a new therapist. Dr. Andre Maddox.
Yes.
He came in, and again, another person who I think walks on water is I won't say, well, that end of vein, but Finola Hughes. Just, I mean, no one does break down as well as she does.
Yep.
Yeah, she's great.
I mean, she's like, because she doesn't want to reveal everything because it's not good stuff. And here's some new doctor. I mean, he showed Kevin Collins again. He has little John Lindstrom for a minute. But she was really, and when he was like, okay, well, come back when you're ready, and they just closed the door on afterwards. I was like, ooh, that's right.
I like that. Some
did.
tough love.
Tough
Anna
love.
needs it because I love Anna, but she's unraveling. And, you know,
unraveling.
Kevin could see that she wasn't going to be honest with him, so he gave her the big boys.
Yes, you couldn't do it. So I mean, I think Finola Hughes has just been doing phenomenal work these last few months.
Yeah, she has.
I mean, she does it all the time, but like they've been giving her some stuff. I'm like, wow, she really is unraveling as we see her. She's breaking down, and as we all know, Robin's coming back, and Patrick's there's a bunch of things happening.
Is she the one that's, you know how the kids been having like a little bit of an issue sleeping at night? I wonder if it's Robin that has been around the house.
I don't
Do you
know.
remember that
Yeah,
episode?
the episode. The episode this week where they both couldn't sleep. They saw zombies or something.
Right, I was wondering if...
Because it was weird. They mentioned that point twice. They said that
Yes.
Danny felt it also. That Danny and Emma both couldn't sleep because they felt someone was in the house or bed or something.
That'd
Right.
be interesting.
That she's back and just kind of hiding around.
That's the old All My Children Lurk, how
yes.
every
Yeah,
character
some
came
lurking.
back.
But I just think that Anna. I'm really curious to see where they take her because right now she's kind of an island, but there's Paul, Dylan's father, sniffing around. Which I'm like, I like them together.
Who, Paul and
Anna.
Yeah.
I kind of see that. Would you mind her as a stepmother?
I don't think so.
Would you rather Ava?
I
I mean, as
there's a triangle.
Or Tracy, your mom. You want your parents back together?
I don't know. I think definitely Dylan is, at first, he was very hesitant about Paul and Tracy kind of rekindling.
Well, I love those scenes with Max. He was like, when they had sex. That was hilarious.
But I think now he's warming up to the idea as he's gotten to know his dad a little more. However, once he finds out that his dad has been a little shadier than he thinks, I don't know if he'd be, so down for his dad getting back together with Tracy. But I don't know. Any of those three actresses would be great because that would mean scenes with me with them. And you know what I mean? I'm like, bring it on. They're awesome.
So we got new doctors. So now I'm wondering if this new doctor and Jordan get together. I wonder.
I was still kind of hoping for Jordan and Rick. I thought they had chemistry. And then it would be a little bit of a story for Molly and TJ, like how do they feel about it? Because I don't want them to take them down a dark road because they're good kids, and that's cool. But
I think so.
Give them a little tension without cheating.
Someone wanted me to ask you, how's it working with Jane Elliott?
She is amazing. I had my first day on set, I'm all like, just on top of cloud 9, like, I'm like, okay, I got my lines down. And I'm in my dressing room, like, prepping, and she comes and knocks on my door, and I open it, and I'm just like, oh, okay. You know what I mean?
It's you.
It's Jane Elliott. No big deal. She literally has a picture of herself with Elvis on her dressing room door.
She did
awesome.
She did a movie with Elvis. Like,
wow.
Yeah, and that's that's my first day on set. So, but she was really cool. She came right up to my dressing room. She, wanted to talk to me and stuff, which is good because she's playing my mom. We should probably build some chemistry together.
Yes.
She's awesome. She's a ball buster, though, which is what everybody loves about her. Yeah. She does not play around. There's no bullshit. She's pretty cut and dry, very blunt.
I like that.
And I love it because when she compliments you, you take it seriously.
Right.
You know what I mean? If she says you're doing good, you're like, oh, wow, okay, cool.
I'm doing good.
I'm doing good, But yeah, she's great. I mean, she's been in the business forever, and I've just learned a lot from her and just watching her. She's fearless. She takes chances, and she makes the weirdest choices, but you're like, damn, that worked somehow. You know, she's just, and it's great.
Wow. So we were the thing about you is that all four of us, he's not here, we have different opinions about the show, as you can see. We have different opinions. And the fans love that. And it hurts you, like, the difference. I'm more the moderator and whatever. But it's funny that was one of the few things the four of us hosts agreed on, was that you were Dylan. Because you're a recast. So it's like one of those things that I'm hard on recasts sometimes too. I will admit that. I know
my history.
I know my history. I'm a historian. I know my history. But no, but like you came on and you had the look of a Quartermaine. Okay. And the ladies could agree. And you just came in and I'm like, oh, that's Dylan.
Well, thank you. I appreciate
Seriously,
that.
there was no question about that.
Yeah. I think it helped that there was 7 years. A 7-year gap between the last time Scott Clifton played Dylan and now I'm coming on playing Dylan. I think that was allowing the fans to go, okay, it's been 7 years. He would be a little bit different. He'd be a little more mature.
That's true.
I think that Scott Clifton was amazing, and he created the character basically. Yeah. So, and I have heard people say, he was a little bit more animated and a little more comedic than I'm playing him, but I think that Dylan's grown up a little bit.
Yeah, makes sense.
And I'm hoping I love comedy. That's always been my forte. That was my first passion. We talked about that earlier. And so I'm hoping that there are more scenes where I get to play into that, and I think some of the scenes with Maxie lately, I've had a little more fun with it. But at the same time, I think Dylan, it's been 7 years. He's been in LA. He's been a struggling director, and he's had to grow up a little bit,
Yes,
so,
yes.
Bills, like,
but the fans have been most 98.5% supportive.
We know how it is.
And I appreciate that. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, well, Daquan, who's a big fan of our shows here at AfterBuzz, says, I like both Scott Clifton and RPW. I don't choose between them.
Well, I think I would take that because I would never want to take away from Scott Clifton. He's amazing.
And Stormy Woods is like, I love the scenes with Dylan, Tracy, and Maxie. We love those scenes too. They were so funny.
Yeah, I hope we have more of those.
Oh yes, that was hilarious. What's it like being in the Quartermaine living room, or wherever that area is? Wherever that is. It's a den, I guess. It's a family room, wherever that is. That set is iconic.
It's epic. Yeah, it's a beautiful set. Actually, that's one of my favorites. I think that, and I feel like most of my scenes are either in the Dylan or in the Quartermaine living room or on the Haunted Star.
Yes.
Those are like my two. So I have a special place in my heart for both of those. Yeah. The Quartermaine living room is like beautiful. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like you feel like you're in a luxurious mansion. Everything's so nice. I'm like, can I touch this?
Don't touch that, Robert. Yeah, don't touch that. Don't touch that.
You're a broke actor. Stop. No, it's really cool. There's a lot of history, and they've got all the pictures up of all the old characters.
Yeah, we see them.
It's just the first.
Wow.
That was where my first scene was.
Yeah, I know. I remember.
In the living room. So just walking around and kind of you can just feel the history. Yeah. So it's cool.
So that was the week that was in Port Charles, and we're going to do some predictions that we always do.
And now, your AFTERBUZZ TV
predictions. Okay, so let's do some predictions, kids. What do we think? What are we
Can't
thinking?
start with me.
Okay.
All right, I'll do it because I see a viewer here, J. Sam Morgan, says she still wants Dylan and Maxie, and I do too because
Me too.
Maxie brings out the fun side in Dylan.
She does.
I
So
agree.
yeah, I'm hoping that.
I'm not for Dylan and Lulu. Sorry, I'm for Dylan and Maxie. Actually,
Wow.
I actually am. No,
Okay, so you're for Dylan and Maxie.
Maxie. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I really am.
Is anybody for Dylan and Valerie?
You know,
What's up? She's She's like, I'm keeping my mouth shut.
I love Valerie, but I actually think her and Nathan had the most chemistry. It's really weird, but you and Maxie just bring out the best sides in each other. So yeah,
I think there's a different element with each of them.
Because Valerie, she's a beautiful actress who plays beautiful,
yeah.
of course. But I actually see her. I see the chemistry with her and Dylan. With Dante.
yeah.
I see the
I
chemistry.
do.
I see
I do
the
too.
chemistry. I really do. But my prediction is, well, for the next week or so, when we get back to you guys, Lulu is going to really, really go off on you.
Where do you get that? Where would that?
Because she hasn't dealt with you yet. She ain't dealt with you yet.
Yeah.
And she really didn't deal with Valerie that much. Valerie kind of went off and she kind of left. But I think she's going to get back to you somewhere. You're going to run
think
to
so?
each other.
I kind of had the opposite.
Oh, okay.
I feel because he had already warned her that there is some information.
Okay.
She may think he tried to save my marriage.
Oh, okay.
At first,
Maybe
yeah.
Okay.
at first she could think that. So I don't know if she would really go in on him like we think.
Okay, maybe not. Okay.
Maybe not.
And how do we feel about the whole Jason reveal next week? What do you think is going to happen next week? Like just for next week alone?
I honestly think that Jake would probably still be with Elizabeth, but he may start regaining memory and start gravitating towards Sam. So I think that he probably still will be with Elizabeth because
I kinda agree with you, too.
genuinely loves her.
Yeah, I think they're going to drag that out to give more drama, so I'm not going to get my slapping thrown at the altar. I'm just so mad. I wanted that so bad. 'Cause Monica, Michael, and Carly, everybody getting up there and just slapping Elizabeth for keeping it.
Like Airplane.
Yeah.
And the next one, and the next one, and the next one.
Yeah.
I'm sure there'll be some. I can genuinely say I don't know because, like I
Okay.
said, I'm not involved in that storyline,
Right.
so I can make a prediction as well.
Yes, make prediction.
I think there'll be some type. There's got to be some type of drama.
Yeah.
I mean, at
Oh,
that
yeah.
altar, are you kidding me? Tomorrow, something's going down. I'm actually kind of looking forward to that. But yeah, as far as what's going to happen, who he's going to end up with, I don't know. I feel like it'd be hard for him to just scrap Elizabeth
Yeah.
now. You know, like
Exactly. And say, sorry, girl, my real wife's over here. It's not going to happen that easily because he doesn't remember everything.
Yeah, and you got Patrick and Emma. Yeah.
Oh, I know.
I really want to see what little Jake is going to do.
Ooh, creepy little Jake.
The omen there.
Creepy little Jake. We make fun of him all the time. He's a great little actor. James Neighbor's a great little actor, but he's creepy so well with that hairstyle, that blood hairstyle. Oh, he is creepy, but I totally love him. He's just creepy.
he does. He needs like his own little edgy stuff.
He does.
Doesn't he?
He's all, that's my daddy. You can call him your daddy. Of course, I know I can call him my daddy. He had attitude. He was like, it better be okay. That's what he said. I was like, oh, little Jake. I'm like, don't go to sleep. Watch out, Cameron. Don't go to sleep, your brother. So yeah, it's kind of yeah. It's gonna be very interesting. The boys are gonna be disappointed. They're gonna be so sad. And they find out everything. They have a daddy, kind of. Like not really.
Well, they had Lucky, but they
He
forget
might
about
not-
him.
He might not leave, though. We don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You never know.
So yeah.
So who do you think is going to win the custody battle?
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I really don't know. I've been going back and forth with my predictions. That's going to be Sunny. And I'm like, well, it doesn't be Ava. I think it'll be Sunny. Then my one prediction could be it'll be neither of them. They'll put it in foster care or something.
You think so?
I think Dylan's going to have to adopt the kid. Honestly.
Really?
I think he's... No, I'm just kidding.
It'd be better than having
Just
either of them as
I
parents,
know.
but yeah.
I don't know. I was looking at it like, it's a 2-parent home between
Yeah.
Sunny and Carly.
Yes.
Ava has no one to back her up.
But Ava's the mother. And a lot of people go for mother automatically. So I don't know. I'm with you. This is one storyline I don't know how it's going to turn out.
Yeah, Paul's on Ava's side, so
Yeah.
I think I got to go with Ava, just because there have to be like some 11th hour like thing to make it not Ava, because
they're gonna really see the dark side of Sonny if he doesn't get.
He has
Avery.
already too many kids as it is. Like, how many does he have? Is he the Duggars? I mean,
He has baby mama musses.
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere. I mean, they're everywhere. So there you go. That's so funny.
That'll be interesting. I don't see either of them giving up easily. So
no.
Okay, I just wanted, before we end this show, I wanted to give a special shout out to Cheryl Mason Hawk, who actually initially got us in contact. She's a big time fan of the show. She's also part of several General Hospital groups on Facebook. Okay. And she's somebody who we just love to death. And she's the one who actually said, you should contact the publicist, and he's got things in motion. So I want you to look at that camera and say hello to her, to Cheryl.
Thank you, Cheryl. That's amazing. I did not know that. Steve is the man. He's my publicist, and apparently you're the woman. So. So thank you for putting them in contact so I could be here, because this is great.
Yes, he's a great guest. And Steve, you can't see him, he's off camera, but great guy. Great guy to work with.
In the corner.
He's in the corner. Great guy to work with. So that was our quick recap of General Hospital. What's going to happen is, for like our segments and other news and gossip, go to our Facebook page, and that is the GH Report on Facebook. Like us if you don't like us already. I'm sure you do. And then we will go ahead and we'll post things on there so you can see that more. But next up is now going to be our Spotlight On. So we can go away, come back in a few minutes, and it'll be a Spotlight On with Robert Palmer Watkins. Ladine, tell me where they can find you in the meantime.
Hey guys, you can find me on Twitter at Ladine_Harvey, and you can find me on Facebook at Ladine Harvey.
And of course, you can find me at LACRETIALYON on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And see me this Thursday, doors open at 7:30 at the Lacretia Lounge in Silver Lake.
And of course, you can find me on Facebook at James Lott Jr, my fan page, and then on Twitter, Black Hope LA, of course. And we'll see you when we do our Spotlight On. Woo.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.